get on the split against a guard that has been unstoppable from beginning to end. But last time that they played this map, it was a G2 win.
Spike down B.
And then it was this pistol round also seemingly a G2 win. As Tex play just on the other side of the poison. Cloud cannot get away with the dash, and Valen left to pick up the pieces of his fallen teammates here. Nano Swamp. Okay, G2 are just gonna run down. They're not even playing the objective. They're playing for the frags, and they'll will be taken down, revealing players now crunching into this B site for G2. Tex also gonna help out dashing onto the site. Alarm bot dealt with. Everybody alive for now, and with that, they say, hey, maybe they've given up this space here. They push all the way through the spawn, and just like that, G2 flipped the map upside down.
Got him. A 5v2, and the opportunity here to win the bonus all up to Trent and Net to turn it around. Net good for one. Trent as well getting the one as a spike.
10 seconds left.
Instead of getting planted towards A.
One enemy remaining.
Oof, Net was not prepared for Shazam to still be postured out towards this B site. What a read by this G2 squad.
Placing swamp grenade.
The first one, and in the meantime, that's a call for this attacking side to end up on this A side. Very up close. Valen gets one, but just a trade here with the shorty.
Yeah, Oxy getting cheeky inside the smoke. Valen good for the trade. Tex was biting off a bit more than he could chew, and unfortunately he chokes. Whippy finds a kill, but Jonah P making this one hurt. Now only one remains. It's Whippy. Forced to reload with the snake bite at his feet. Vulnerable. A body shot is all it will take. And it's Trent on the other side with the Vandal, but Whippy goes clutch. Still two defenders here, though. Oxy on. Valen gonna take the first duel inside the cloud burst there. Jonah P finds the first frag. That Odin finds absolutely nothing as the guard starts to cut G2 down. They're finally finding their way back into this game, and they've done it. They find a round here on Ascent.
Get out of my way.
The guard are done playing around. They want to take the fight right to G2. That's exactly what they've done. Tex will find another Jonah P. Causing havoc here as a couple of kills are traded back. The guard find themselves one player the advantage. Tex next up to try and fight Oxy, who's not.
I think this might be what we're going to end up seeing for the next couple rounds, right? That aggression that the guard is willing to commit to and play around with G2.
Use the lockdown. Oh my goodness.
It's 1 HP, by the way.
Can't find anything there, but made it look cool. Divide will also keep this guard squad at bay. All the ultimates being used here. You mentioned the Seekers are finally being used. Valen's good backstab, finds a kill onto Whippy. It's a player down for G2. They're still working against the clock, that being the guard. Tex has the operator. Net's been dealt with. Oxy now needs to be dug out underneath his heaven position. Trent and Jonah will do just that. And Dapper now the last one standing. But where's this guy playing from? He's been around the map. They won't know where he's at with the flash. Instead, they'll put the body on the line. Beautiful read here. Deep lockdown onto the safe site. G2 gonna be able to take it, but they'll have to get off almost immediately. Not a whole lot of time after getting that spike planted, and Oxy gonna make it hurt for one.
And now you know some of the players that have been towards one. This is where sometimes we see the lineup after the lockdown comes in. Yeah, now this time around, G2 is still flying. They get the spike planted. Oxy gets one too.
Yeah, and he's just being so tricky here. Tex just trying to survive, and that operator won't match up to the shorty. Now a player in front, a player behind. Noxy just playing the backstab. He wants the ace. Whippy will not allow it to happen as he finally punished for it. Valen, the one who gets tagged by the owl drone. It won't be Trent, but still under fire are both players here inside the pit, and Shazam will fish him out. The pit goes down. Now Valen to look to find his way back in, but Texas here in the back lines deals with the first as Oxy goes down as he turns his head. Valen tries to hang on. This buy, it wasn't a great one, but it seems like one that will get the job done as Shazam finds himself the only one alive here on the attack. 3 players on the other side, and the spike is out of reach.
Guard that for this round just gives no options for G2 to take any space. Though you know they like to play it slow. For that B hit to even take place after they hear that Viper spit on A, it depended on Dapper either getting a timing or getting his one there. That was not the case. The first one that gets shot down. Shock Dart is actually great. Some damage as well too. The players take pretty heavy. And on G2, like I was saying, trying to meet this aggression. So many scenarios for so many of these pistols. Now giving a little bit more space, and the attack is great.
Shazam has been so good with the recon bolts. Nobody there to deal with that dart either. Means another reveal turns into another frag, and with that, the space that's been allowed to this G2 defense has been taken, and the guard are completely crunched here inside B main, and they get absolutely nothing done.
It's not over though.
Yeah, finally dealt with. Oxy walks his way back in. Penny also rocking the silly gun here. Poison Orb gonna make it hard to push through. Net still holds down main, and G2 gonna have to pull the trigger here sometime soon. Jonah P pulls out the util to get Valen topped off. Long range does not work for Trent, but the trade kills are there. Net will finally make himself known, and the last one that stands is Penny here. Forced to reload. No time on the clock. Spike ticks. 2 players to worry about. Can't even deal with the first Jonah P. 3 kills on the round, and it...
I've got your trail.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting wall there. Things get a little scary, but nobody home. Fortunately, as they cross on through, Tex into the back lines will find the first. Dapper immediately dealt with after he found a kill for himself. Jonah P is, I mean, in a tricky situation up close and personal, but the trades continue to find their way through. Penny and Shazam backed away by a snake bite. Spike planted. What's the call here for this one? A 2v3. Weaponry pretty good on the other side. Fragment out. Won't find the players underneath. It's 2 of them down there. Shazam sits on a recon bolt. We'll get that used. Trent goes down. Valen also revealed. Net gonna give up his position out towards main, and G2 seemingly found their way back into this round. Tap on the spike. Both players off. Both players trying to fight for it. Shazam does it again. One more tap. Spike halfway. Looking to hold it the whole way. Net on the peak. Net for the clutch, and the round for the guard. No way.
That reaction is just insane by Oxy. Oh my god, that's a way to go down.
30 seconds left.
Wow. Yeah, that's a way to die for sure. Shazam gives himself up, and unfortunately, Penny could not make good on his position, tucked away at logs. With that, the guard have found themselves a breathable situation. Whippy still across the map. Oxy down to 8 HP. The op shot lands, though. 8 HP is just enough. As Jonah P goes aggressive. First one down. Make it 2. Wants the 3rd, but Whippy here to turn the page. The door gets broken. A passage, maybe. No way. A shot that somehow goes directly through the body of one. Whippy here to try and pick up the pieces once more. But he falls just short as Shazam gets run down, looking down the barrel.
Double fuck down here coming through.
Yeah, ult onto the site from Valen allows for them to take. The lockdown does not extend this far onto the B site.
Yeah.
A nice heads-up play there. Trent also sneaks by with him. Plops down the pit, and unfortunately, the bodies are starting to fall for G2. Oxy and Dapper, the first 2 to go. Trent gonna hold the line here in stairs. What's the economy looking like for G2? It's not the best, so Cosmic Divide invested. Penny not even gonna play off of that flash. Instead, will look to back away. Operator picked up, and save is the call for this defense.
He's going in.
Yeah, Oxy's here. Oh, too many attackers could not pick a target. Will be dealt with. Meanwhile, Shazam has made his way onto the site. That flash will reveal that the defense is here, and they're running out of time. Fortunately, they've got all the space in the world with that kill onto Shazam. Dapper and Penny now finally commit to rotating towards this B site. It's dire straits.
1 enemy remaining.
Only Dapper as well, left alone. You know exactly where he is. And it feels like just a matter of time before he gets shut down, before
Turret destroyed.
the guard, they get to 12 here in the map number 1.
I'm so impressed.
And yeah, there it is. The guard really good at the patient and
maybe to have a favorable angle. You know how the wall kind of dances certain ways to where players can see over the top of it or left and right of it.
The guard, they always make me question so many of these plays. I know we talked about one in Fracture with Tex. This is another one that we're gonna have to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. As the guy in question, Trent, tucked away in hell. G2 fighting their way back into this one, though. They didn't have the best economy, but they muster up a buy, and they're starting to make it hurt. Chipped away in HP as Net and Valen will hold it down. Both players inside main.
No
Turret
way.
goes down. Penny to find the trade kill. Now needs to do it again. 7 HP. It's just not enough. Penny ready on the angle. Shazam just sticking the defuse. Now we'll hand it over to have that null command on loss. Into overtime. Penny still sitting on that null command. Oxy wanting to get aggressive off of that dart. Beautiful flash as well. The set play is there, and G2 out on top. 2 kills to 1. But no way. Trent goes back for more. Not in a safe spot, though. The only person that could have killed him was Shazam, and he was picked off by Valen. Trent saved by his teammate, by his IGL, and Whippy is left in the aftermath.
And what a play as well for the guard. They take that timeout and they go for the set play. So risky as well. But a 3v1 now for G2 to deal with for Whippy alone. To push the squad all the way to overtime. In a retake scenario.
I need obscuring vision.
It's so tough. He's healthy. Trent is not. Net is just keeping him at bay, though. And should they need it, Valen's still on the outside. Trent will show himself for just a moment. The clock is just not in favor. Gonna try and play the run and gun here up close and personal. Valen will finally show himself and get it done. It looked scary at first. G2 looked great at first, but the guard proved to be just a bit better here in map 1 as they close this out 13-11. Aggression here, though, from the defense, pushing all the way through. It's 4 players. Net going to be the only one to receive this G2 attack. Dapper's ready for this one, though. Instead of playing utility,
Let's back up.
yep, will back away, take a few fights. Nano swarms, and they just run right through it. Look at the health bar, so incredibly low. They weren't expecting another one, though. Shazam finds the first. 3 more now tallied up behind him as Whippy tries to come back and help him out, and that endeavor finds just about nothing. Meanwhile, Net had been dealt with here on the A side, so the 3 remaining, they know exactly where they're coming from. Penny and Oxy gonna try and hold on to the site. Cove still available. A right click will find the first. He'll reposition. His teammate falls behind him. Penny hanging on, though, still very healthy. With 6 rounds left in the classic. A tap on the spike. Trent doesn't spot him right away. The frenzy sprays him down, and Trent will get it done.
This is the team that in challengers, they're often securing the most rounds on the defense. Even when they start on this defensive side, they're always going above and beyond what is expected. I see that, though. Tex goes down towards C.
Found them.
And all that space given to G2.
Yeah, Oxy went through and grabbed that rifle, though. So now Oxy has a Phantom. That's not the weapon that you want to give up, not the player you want to give it to. As he holds down the mouse 1, things get weird, and they trade it out 1 for 1. G2, a player ahead, is going to be, wants to try and take numbers back, but he runs out of ammunition, and now Trent has to try and hang on. His position revealed by the Reckoning. The dead call might be enough to try and cut him down, and Trent, well, it happens just the way that you would expect.
Nico here coming through for the guard, and aggressive too.
And not as good as what G2 brought to the table last time, though. Only 1 sheriff is in the hands of Jonah P, who is not long for this world.
Whoa.
Flashed up by himself. Valen is in a tough spot here, and he will eventually be dealt with.
The last player here in Net on the complete opposite side of the map. But G2 as well willing to play with this aggression. I think some teams, when you know the economy isn't the best for the other side, you play a little bit slower across the map. Make sure that the gamble is not going to be exactly where you are. But G2 doesn't really fear that. Yeah, it was Stacky was the aggression on A, but they're still finding those picks, and nobody got shot down from it.
This is a round 3 coming to a close, but a round 4 that'll start with a showstopper available for Oxy. Shazam 1 pip away.
Is a G2 that doesn't allow any of those positionings for the defense as they wait out these ultimates, as they wait out that utility. That's why Jonah P gets forced to move. 56 HP is all he got, and Texas, if he try to have an impact, now immediately goes down by Penny.
And now they just have to send it onto the site through the screen. They'll go. Nets.
One
Fortunately,
enemy remaining.
not long for this world as Whitney finds himself the last one standing. 3 kills on the round. Needed a 4th, but Jonah P will strip away any.
You don't want to play with this?
Snakebite kind of late there. Trent gonna give up his position on the high ground, leaps down, tries to find a fight, and will win it. Oxy, however, in the back lines, does good damage to get rid of the pit. That second ultimate is here. A good read from the guard, expecting to need more than just a pit, and that's exactly what they've invested as G2 back away.
Though it does seem like the plan after the kills came through for G2 was rotating anyways, but it is the perfect timing though for Tex to push forward here, get Stapper. It's a 2v4 to deal with.
Blinded.
But the players caught in the rotation.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
And the operator by starting to pay off. Tex finds that kill. Like you said, stop in the rotation. Team Ace comes through the Dan Dryad. Well, the space that they give up elsewhere, though, it has been taken. C-Site has been a passive hold from Net, only playing off the utility. Meanwhile, Whippy worked his way all the way up towards A before giving up his position. The spike is here. Cascade goes out. Flash is inside Waterfall. Nobody from the guard really too close or close enough to deal with this one here. Whippy trying to get on the side. I think he wants to put down the Viper's pit. Snakebite out. This would be a round 2 secure. That pit will eventually come to fruition.
And a round that's starting to wrong, potentially winnable here. Shazam gets one pick. Valen goes down 2. Another one.
Shazam ready for the kills there. Now starting to be hunted down as the last one standing here. Needed to find the ace here in the round. Shazam did a whole lot, but falls just short at the end of it all. A big investment for G2. The round belongs to the guard.
Don't deserve my inventions.
And they don't even need the lockdown here. Dapper can hang on to this and eventually put it down. It's going to be a handful of seconds cut off the clock here. It's going to force the guard's hand. They have to start pushing forward and start to answer. Some of the attackers turn defenders. As Trent plays just on the outside. Finds a kill with the guard, getting them all right back. Whippy and Shazam, the last two that stand. That lockdown, it basically means nothing here. No way to stop the defuse from coming through. Shazam gets caught to the box.
Able to make contact. However, in the Viper towards C and an operator so far forward on A.
Boombox out though. Oxy taking space with this ultimate here. Drops the base, but nobody home. That finds one first trouble. Dapper erases him off this B side, and it's open
left.
for now. Just around the corner though. Trent slowly working his way back towards this site. It'll be Dapper up first to be dealt with. No, Oxy worked his way through with the ultimate. Claims the space inside Waterfall and starts to take names with him.
One enemy
Valen
remaining.
and Trent both gone. Jonah P fights his way back into this one, and it's all up to Oxy. Position noted. Shots are starting to land, and Oxy gets it done for the clutch. And the large green wall is Valen as it drops 2 players there to be greeted as Oxy gets one back, but it's only one. The damage has been done, and the guards seemingly have control of this round. Well, they've got the spike, actually, so pretty good control of the round.
Destroyed.
As good as it gets, especially for the first couple seconds of the round where everybody got shot down. And the patience as well. There was a moment where it seems like Valen was going to go to the other side of the wall, but it's the perfect timing for it to go down, secure the kills, and make sure that the spike is going to be on this side.
Yeah, I don't know what game Whippy was playing with that poison orb, but it did. Cross that B aggression is something that we've seen a handful of times now from the guard. Oxy just disrespecting all the utility here. Dapper tried to do the same. Trailblazer comes through and let's take a bite out of the harbor. Slow him down for just a second, but Tex is here to pick up the pieces. 1 HP, and yeah, there's no way out there. Good kills in response. It's Oxy to get back to. Trent will finally have that Odin in hand, but it doesn't matter. He's going to have to find himself 3 quick kills. A minute left on the clock. G2 have options to leave this C site. Will that be the call? Flash out.
Yeah,
Go back away, and they're going, they're playing the long con here.
One of the players that we actually heard Amy from G2 talked about
Spike
the
planted.
best, what he considers to be the best player in the region, but in the guard as well, Trent. A 1v3 scenario with an Odin too.
Oh, man, the sixth sense there for Shazam.
And the U2 towards A by that killjoy is gonna be enough. Very early on as actually they
Spike
go
down.
in.
Wow. I mean, that's exactly what you needed for Net. As him and Tex were working together, two players pushing up mound. If both fall, that's the spike down, much like what we saw in the previous round. There's G2 on the receiving end of the death this time.
Oh, see the...
But Oxy,
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
well, but Oxy's gone. But Oxy's gone, and Net's got himself the ace. What a way to get started here, and can find a way into the site just yet. 10 seconds now gone, and old time continues to tick. Val in a close angle with the Spectre. Oxy the first up, the first one down. Dapper still fighting, though. They're not giving this one up just yet as Tex will take the high ground. This round seemingly becoming anything but winnable. The clock continues to tick. It's not time that does the trick. It's the kills for the guard. And the rest of the map, I mean, there is a lot of clock left for the guard to work with.
They're making this early round seem like it's gonna happen right away, right? That is where they're gonna end up with.
Damage from Shazam. On kill onto Tex. Traded back though. G2 haven't quite given up their positions. It's the lone defender and Whippy once more, and his Util's doing the job for now.
One enemy remaining.
Oof, okay, never mind the crosses.
That A side to clear out the baby door to make sure that nobody's gonna be towards lane.
Ended.
Aggressive play. G2 are ready for it though. Jonah P stuck in a tough spot, but Shazam too low in HP to take that fight as Tex takes one with the operator. Jonah P still continues to fight. Blast Pack. Not enough. Jonah P wants 4, and he's gonna get it. Let's see if they can get it done a little earlier. Good flash, but the timing is just off. Net was able to spot Oxy and the rest of the team out towards Mound. They've also been erased from the server here. And much as we mentioned at the start of this round, the guard want to end it right here, right now.
And again, the same thing. They're not even gonna end up towards that C side where all the kills ended up happening. Gonna be A as a spike gets planted. A 2v5 to deal with by Whippy and Dapper.
One enemy remaining.
Nah, that's just
Flawless.
That's just not okay. I mean, that's just not okay. I mean, a flawless round to close it out. The guard will hop back on their trusty steed in triumph over the G2 army. And although Net doesn't look incredibly impressed, I think his camera froze because